Thank you very, very much. Thank you to the superintendent and the principal and all of the administrators, faculty, staff, parents, and the great class of 2012. Give yourselves another round of applause. It is hard for your parents and me to believe that when Maya Angelou spoke a few blocks away in 1990 at the installation of a president, you were not even born. It's unbelievable. And she began with these words: lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, take this dream into the palms of your hands. Mold it into the image of your most public self. Sculpt it into the shape most private need. Here on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning. Good morning to Montgomery Blair. Good morning. She was talking about dreams. You know, one of your own today loves Maya Angelou in English because she teaches English here, and she is celebrating a birthday. Would you give Vicki Adamson a hand for having a birthday today, wherever she is? And I will just say it's a big birthday without telling what age it is. We're very proud of her. Well, another English teacher that I often talk about is my own mother. And the idea of dreams for me comes from her talking about all of these writers who talk about what you might do with your lives. And Zora Neale Hurston, some of you studied in the book, Their Eyes Were Watching God. And the book gives me goosebumps. It begins, ships at a distance have every man's wish on board. For some, they come in with the tide. For others, they sail forever on the horizon, never out of sight, never landing, until the watcher turns his head away in resignation. His dreams marked to death by time. That is the life of men and women. She was talking about you. She was saying this: two kinds of people like you. You've already had some dreams fulfilled. So many of America's kids are not graduating from high school. You've finished high school, you're on to post-secondary, you've got these dreams, you'll go to the next level. And then there are other people somehow who just don't make it. The difference between those who reach the dreams and those who don't, so is education. Now, I have a prediction today that one of the people in this group will become a PhD in molecular biology, perhaps biochemistry. 4 years from now would have graduated from UMBC. I guarantee he'll have a full fellowship to wherever he wants to go, from Harvard, Hopkins, Stanford, wherever. And his name is the to-be Dr. Tolu Omekahende. Would you please stand? And that's what I'm talking about. Every one of you has dreams. Some of you know what you want to do, some of you may not. But my message today is it will be okay. I want you to savor this moment. This is the moment where you've got family all around you, people who love you, your village is all around you, your teachers, they all care about you. This is a day when you can say, I did this. And I will tell you that what you've done to get here, the hard work, the discipline, listening to your parents, listening to your teachers, will make all the difference in the world. I talk about stories. My grandmama would sometimes cook blueberry pies, and when I was a skinny little kid, my mama liked the idea of her feeding me these pies to fatten me up a little bit. And I'm from Birmingham. We like a little padding on your cheeks, right? But all of a sudden, I started liking those blueberry pies too much. And my mother said, you don't need to eat any blueberry pie. Well, my grandmother had a different idea. She would bake two pies, one for the family, and the other would have a card by it that says, it's only for Freeman. It was my pie. And I would sit there, and my mother would look at me with this hard look, and my grandmother would say, baby, you eat your pie. You just enjoy your pie. And I was this fat little kid about this, doing math problems, which give me goosebumps, with pie all over my face. I savor that moment. I can still taste that pie. Well, I want you to feel that way today. Now, the other point about savoring the moment is this. I'd be eating the pie, and finish one piece, before I even finish one piece, I'd be on to the next piece. So rather than just enjoying the moment, I was on to the next, right? I was just trying to keep going. I want you not to think about tomorrow, not to think about the future. For a moment, just focus on this moment so that when you get to the tough times, and they will come, you can think back to the good times when you had your family and others around you. I want you to know your stories. Talk to your parents, your grandparents, and other people. Ask them what they did to help you get here today. Everybody has not had these opportunities. You're in one of the best schools, in the best school system in the country. Give your county and your school a hand for being a really good place. And the message is this: of those to whom much is given, much is required. I want you to have a sense of self. Don't let anybody else define who you are. Never let somebody tell you you can do it. Just remember who you are and just say to yourself, I don't want to be arrogant, but I do want to be confident. Hubris will knock you down when you fail. The point is that the winner is not the one who never gets knocked down. The winner is the one who gets back up. Whenever something doesn't go well, just get back up, learn from the experience, and keep moving ahead. You have the ability to do anything you want to do. When you walk out of here today, you are a privileged student, more amazing than you realize. Believe in yourselves. I saw my first PhD when I was 13 in a program. Guy came in, put a problem on the board. I said, who is that man? They said, that's Dr. Scavella. I said, well, he's not a physician. They said, he's a PhD. I said, that's what I'm going to get. So every day at age 13, I'd look at my fat little face in the mirror and I'd say, hello, God. Hi, Dr. Rabowski. How you doing? When my girlfriend saw this in college, she said, you know, you're crazy, right? Of course, I married her and been married 40 years. Give my wife a hand for marrying me for 40 years. Here is my message. My message to you is to dream about the possibilities. When I was a child growing up in Birmingham, I never could have imagined that I would be president of a predominantly white university with students from all over the world. I could not have imagined looking into the faces of people from all over the world. You have been able to embrace diversity. You can go beyond color and have friends from all backgrounds. The world has not learned that. And the message is you must be the change. You must show people when you go to college that you can relate to all kinds of people, that you can be positive, that you can love learning. And finally, I want you to remember you never learn it all. Keep working at it. Beckett, an Irish novelist who wrote in French, talks about the dancing of bees. When bees are dancing, they're actually communicating. And he said this: here is something, this dancing of bees, that I could do all my life and never understand it. But he said it with rapture. He was fascinated because the more he studied the dancing of the bees, the more he began to understand. But the more he understood, the more he realized he had so much more to know. And there is your message. To become educated doesn't mean you know everything. It means you know how to learn. It means you have a lust for learning, but you also understand the importance of continuing to work hard and to focus on it. You know, my grandmama said to me when I was a child, boy, you're going to do okay because you work hard. But as you go up the ladder, remember to stay on your knees for two reasons. One, never forget your faith in God, because but by the grace of God, there go I. Never forget your faith. Never forget it. And secondly, when you go up the ladder, you're going to be a target and people will knock you down. But if you're on your knees, you won't fall too far. Stay humble all your lives with confidence and never, never, never give up. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. I tell my students, your character has everything to do with who you are when your mama's not there. What will you do then? There's your character. So thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions become habits. Habits become character. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny, dreams, and values. Congratulations to the class of 2012. Congratulations.